When did you first know you loved Scott?
Well, I don't know if I knew it was love right at this moment, but I remember vividly the moment I knew this was something real and good and that I wanted to see what would happen. We had been dating only like 6 weeks, and I took a trip with some friends, and I was in the Budapest airport, and I went to check in for my flight, and they couldn't find my reservation anywhere. My two buddies I was traveling with had already checked in. They were good to go, and they just couldn't find the reservation. And I felt, mild panic of, oh my goodness, I'm not going to make it home. But I'm pretty good in high stress situations. And so I was like, everything's going to work out. It'll be fine. And felt calm. And so I'm waiting patiently. They're searching everywhere for my reservation. And finally they were like, we don't know what to tell you, but you're not on this flight. And I had this like sick feeling in my stomach, and it all happened very quickly. But I realized in that moment that I wasn't actually panicked or saddened or scared of being in a country where I don't speak the language, all by myself, not knowing when I would get home. I realized in that moment, like, I felt that sick at my stomach feeling because Scott was picking me up from the airport and had taken the next day off work. And I just felt like so much like sadness about having to call him and say, I'm not going to make it. And I, in that moment, I thought, I am more uneasy about not getting to see him than I am about being stranded and hungry. And so that was a powerful moment for me.
I first realized that Lisa was the one for me and that I absolutely loved her. She had gone to Europe maybe 4 or 5 weeks after we had started dating, and we were doing Marco Polo video messages back and forth to keep in touch. And even before she left, I was, so, excited to just have her in my life and look forward to it. But as she was in Europe, I just found myself looking for ways to look at my phone and just hoping that a new message or a video message had shown up that day. And that's what I looked forward to in the morning, just seeing her. And I just got so excited knowing that, she was coming back soon with each passing day. And it just happened gradually but very quickly. And in case you're wondering, yes, I was the one that said I love you first.
What are 3 things Scott can't live without?
This is easy. Me, of course. But mostly the Eagles. And when I say the Eagles, I mean also all of the blogs and articles and threads and writing about the Eagles. Yeah, so that would be, maybe that's 1 and I'm 2. And then I'm going to go potatoes on the 3rd one. The boy loves potatoes.
Live without.
3 things Lisa can't live without. If it's not me, I would say books. Lisa loves to read. That is one of the most attractive things about her, is her just intellect. And I love that she loves to read, but she has a lot of books. And I think if she couldn't read, she'd be very unhappy. She also can't live without puppies or puppy videos. Loves watching those. And who can blame her? They're cute. And I would say traveling, going on adventures, planning adventures. and just looking forward to visiting new places and meeting people and seeing old friends and family, and that is such a big part of Lisa's just de-escalation of any stress in her life that her husband may cause, but also, just any stress in the world, but just looking forward to traveling and going on those adventures with me.
What are some of your favorite adventure memories?
Well, life is an adventure with Scott, that's for sure, and I love adventure anyway, but when I think of some of my favorite memories, I would say definitely time we get to spend with the Taylors. I love being around my family, and Scott fits in so great with them. They love him, he loves them. That's a huge blessing to me. And so when we go to like Steamboat or have spring break or even just any break at home with the Taylors, that's an adventure, and we always make so many great memories and laugh so hard. But another one that sticks out to me is we went to the Dominican Republic last year, and our room had its own little walkout porch area, and every morning we would have breakfast delivered and play dominoes or Scrabble and just have a leisurely morning and eat breakfast. And yeah, it was just so relaxing. And I don't know if it's just that it came at just the right time when we needed that break, but when I think of our adventures, I think of us being in like full motion and doing all these exciting things, and all of those are really fun and really fulfilling. But then when I have to narrow down like some of my favorite memories, it always revolves around just time getting to spend with him and laughing and joking and yeah, just dreaming about our future.
We have had so many incredible memories traveling abroad, traveling in Colorado, traveling across the United States. I love Lisa's sense of adventure and exploring and keeping up with friends and family and meeting new people. I love that about her. We had a road trip where I drove up to Seattle for a friend's wedding. Lisa was flying in to meet me there, and we had a great time at my friend Darren and Rose's wedding, dancing that night, and it was a beautiful ceremony outside, and we loved that, and I loved introducing her to Peace Corps friends. And then we drove back through Montana, and it was just great getting to know each other better and introducing her to my Montana friends. And then I also always think about how Lisa's friends and family in Arkansas welcomed me and treated me like I was one of the family pretty much from the get-go, and that is something that I always will cherish. And we've had so many great just adventures, but I will never forget traveling to Peru and seeing Machu Picchu with Lisa Thanksgiving 2019. It was just gorgeous and breathtaking.
Do you guys have any special songs?
We have lots of special songs. Scott and I love music. We love creating playlists for various occasions. But our song, our number one song, is Coming Home by Leon Bridges. And the first time I heard that song, Scott and I were in Montana, and we pulled up to the Old Post to have some lunch. It was a rainy, drizzly day, and I got a call right as we were about to get out of the car from a work colleague, and he wanted to talk about census outreach and addressing language barriers, and it was a really important call, and I felt this tension of needing to answer that and also wanting to be fully present with Scott. And so the call wrapped up, and we went to they seated us on the back porch. We were the only ones there, and I was kind of just trying to transition out of work mode to enjoy my time with Scotty Joe. And that song came on, and Scott stood up and reached out his hand and said, "Do you want to dance?" And I did, and I still do. And I will never forget that song. It was perfect, and that moment was perfect. It was just like a song that you know goes on the soundtrack of your life for like highlight moments.
We have a lot of special songs, but one song called Key Largo by Bertie Higgins is very special for us because it is very light and fun and cheesy. And we discovered it through a Time Life video music promotion thing commercial that was playing late at night, and we decided to make a playlist out of songs, and we just cut out the middleman, and so we started playing that playlist. And then when that song came on, we really had never heard it before, but we just started singing along to it, and it's just very fun, but also fun to sing along. And so that is always just very special to hear on a playlist. And we were recently at a water park in Denver, Pirates Cove, and I had gone to get us ice cream or something, and Lisa was back with our towels, and that song came on, and both of us had the thought of like racing to each other to like, hey, it's our song, Key Largo. So that song is always very special for us.
Lisa, how have you changed since being together?
Wow, I have grown a lot, personally and professionally, since knowing Scott. I think some of the changes are more superficial, like I cheer for the Eagles and the Sixers now, and the Flyers whenever Scott tells me they're playing. But sincerely, I cheer for the Eagles and the Sixers. So that's like a small change in terms of team loyalties. But in more meaningful ways, I'm a lot more environmentally conscious. I thought that I cared about the natural world before I met Scott, and I did, but he's really helped me up my game in terms of being really conscientious about taking care of our natural world and being environmentally responsible. And then I would say, probably the biggest way that I've changed since being with Scott is that I'm a lot more present wherever I am. Before I met Scott, the only time I really felt untethered from my responsibilities with work and my passion for my work was when I was with Ashlyn and Allie and Carson. And when I was with them, I was fully present, not thinking of anything else except soaking in every single moment and second I could with those kids, because I love them more than life. But that was really the only time I was like fully present until I met Scott, and he has helped me be more present in everything in life. Like wherever I am, just be all there. And I don't think I ever would have gotten here, without his help, without his encouragement, without him living the way that he lives, that sets such a great example of really enjoying life and being present in each moment.
I have changed, I like to think for the better a lot. Lisa has brought out the best in me. I am a lot more positive about dealing with people and dealing with situations, and I'm just a lot less angsty and more calm and not sweating small negative things that aren't really that big of a deal. So Lisa has just brought out the best in me, and I'm just better.
Do you have any traditions you've established?
Yeah, we have lots of traditions, all of which I love. The first one I'll mention is Scott loves cannonballs, and he wants to cannonball in every body of water in the United States and abroad. And so we have a tradition, if it's more than 4 feet, one time when it was only 4 feet, high risk behavior, if it's more than 4 feet, we cannonball, and we always yell something out. We go 1, 2, 3, and then whatever we're yelling, splash.
We also like to collect stickers from our adventures, whether it's a brewery or just a country or place where we visited. And so we have some boards in the garage that we like to apply those stickers, and that's real fun to look at and think back to our memories.
Yeah, for sure. Another one that I really love is we have decided we're going to travel on Thanksgiving as long as time and family and budget allow. So Christmas is all about getting to be with our loved ones, and Thanksgiving we've established a tradition of going somewhere fun, just the two of us, and it's a great break in the school year for sure.
And we also collect patches from different places that we visited that were special. On our trip back through Montana, Lisa and I went to hot springs, and we ended up getting a towel from that hot springs, and we got a patch for Montana, and we had it ironed on, and so we ended up just adding patches to this special towel.
Yeah. It hangs in our bathroom. You can't use it. It's just for decoration. I think the last tradition that I really love that we've established is easy Saturday mornings. So sometimes we get up and hit the ground running for an adventure, but lots of times we use Saturday morning as like a legitimate respite. We have breakfast and we play Scrabble or dominoes. During the fall, we turn on game day. It's just become a really special part of my week to look forward to Saturday mornings with Scott.
And we also share gifts on the 15th of every month. Our first date was April 15th, 2019. So on the 15th of May, we exchanged little treats, and we just kept doing it. And so every 15th of each month, we had little gifts for each other. And it's a fun way to keep our relationship going.
What do you see when you think of your future together?
I see Lisa and I working abroad, teaching or volunteering somewhere, learning from another culture, and sharing our gifts and talents any way we can. I don't know how many years down the road, but I think we can do that, and then ultimately, hopefully retire somewhere in Montana on a lake or near some water.
Yeah, I hope for that too. Although I'm not sure we'll ever be able to retire, but Montana, the last best place, could be an option for sure. Scott and I love being abroad. We want to contribute to make this world a better place. So when I think of our future, I think of us serving other people and having a lot of fun, 1 billion laughs for sure. And I think ultimately when I think of our future, the part I'm most excited about is when you have a partner, your joy isn't just doubled, it's like exponentially greater. So I think of how the compounded joy over the course of the next several decades is going to be awesome. And I also think, just kind of, I don't know, maybe it sounds silly to say it this way, but when I think of our future, I think about how there's going to be hard things, but I'm not going to have to do hard things alone. And that's really comforting to me.
Definitely.